Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and today I have another special treat of a game for you. This one was played in 1820 between Napoleon Bonaparte, who was playing with white, and Henri Bertrand, who was playing with black. You've probably heard about Napoleon Bonaparte before. He was a famous French military and political leader who rose to prominence during French Revolutionary Wars. He became a leader of the French Republic, and at his peak politically and military career he became the Emperor of France. And what is interesting about Napoleon is that he was really good at chess, and he probably played a lot of chess during his break time from wars and from raiding Europe. This game was played against his military general Henri Bertrand, and we will take a look at this game. This game also features one of his openings, Napoleon Gambit, and I would like to know your thoughts about Napoleon's chess elo and chess strength in general. Do you think you could beat him judging from this game, and do you think he was any good in your opinion? Also, after we finish watching the game, I will show you one insane chess puzzle you probably haven't seen before. Just take a glance. We are to play as white and we need to find a way to win this game, and believe it or not, computer couldn't find a solution, but this game is winnable for white. Of course, this is not a real position, this is a setup position, but still it's really fun and really interesting the way you can actually win this game, so stay with me until the end to find the solution. And now we will go to Napoleon's game. Napoleon opened the game with e4, Bertrand replied with e5, knight f3, and knight c6 was played for white. And now Napoleon immediately strikes the center with d4, this is Scotch game. Black replies with knight takes on d4. Computer sees this as an inaccuracy. Of course, by today's theory, e takes on d4 is the best here, but black decided to take this pawn with his knight. Game continued with knight takes on d4, e takes on d4, this is now lolly variation, and Napoleon plays bishop c4, and this opening is called Napoleon Gambit, which is named of course by our main guy from today's video. Black continued the game with bishop c5, which is a mistake by the computer, and computer recommends a different move here. He actually recommends playing d5, and the game would probably continue with bishop takes on d5, c5 for black, queen h5 for white, and queen e7 to protect the weak f7 square, and this is the position that would transpire after this line. Of course, this wasn't played, bishop c5 was played, and Napoleon now played c3 with the idea to undermine the center, open up the d file, and attack this pawn as well. And this is also not the best move of the position. The best move actually after bishop c5 is bishop takes on f7, because right now the best move for black is king f8. If black king decides to take this bishop, we have a beautiful queen h5 check, and after g6 we will pick up this bishop and we will be a pawn up, and we will later pick up this pawn as well. So c3 was not a mistake, but it wasn't the best move of the position. After that move, black continued with queen e7 with the idea to attack this pawn. Computer sees this as an inaccuracy and sees queen f6 as a better alternative for black. Napoleon now castles, which is a good move, putting your king to safety. And now black played queen e5, again a dubious move by the computer. Computer recommends here something else, and it's actually d3 here. So instead of queen e5, d3, and after that the game would continue with b4 for white, bishop b6 for black, and bishop takes on d3 for white, and white has a slightly better position here. So this was the best option for black. Obviously queen e5 was played. After this move, Napoleon plays f4 with the idea to attack this queen. Of course, black queen cannot take this pawn because we have rook e1 here and we will take the queen, and this move is perfectly normal and perfectly logical. You want to remove this queen from the center, but actually computer sees this as a mistake, and after this move black is slightly better. White was better before this move, and right now the best alternative for white in this position is actually playing b4 instead of f4, but the game continued with d takes on c3, which is a great move because right now you are giving check, this queen still cannot be taken, and the game continued with king h1. And right now black makes a huge blunder. He plays c takes on b2. He shouldn't play that. Actually the best move after king h1 was queen d4, judging by the computer. Then the game would continue with queen b3 and knight h6, and after this set of moves the position is dead equal by the computer evaluation. Of course this wasn't played. C takes on b2 was played, which was a blunder, and now white continues with bishop takes on f7 check. This is a good move, but computer sees this as a miss and actually recommends picking up this queen immediately before checking the black king. So the best move was f taking on e5 and grabbing this queen instead of bishop f7. Game continued with king d8 for black, which is a good move, and right now Napoleon picks up this queen with f takes on e5, b takes on a1 with the promotion of a queen, and right now white plays bishop takes on g8. And although it looks like black's position is in ruins, he's actually doing pretty well here, and he's better by the computer evaluation by 2-point margin, believe it or not. Game continued with bishop e7 for black, which is not the best move, it is not the mistake. The best move in this position was c6, and this would keep the advantage for black, and it would allow black king to escape on c7. Of course, this wasn't played. Game continued after bishop e7 with queen b3 for Napoleon, and right now at this moment black makes a huge blunder and he plays a5. So the best move for black in this position instead of a5 is queen takes on e5, and after bishop f4 black simply moves to h5, and black has a slight advantage, but the position is completely playable for black. So this was the best option for black. Unfortunately this wasn't played, a5 was played, which allowed Napoleon to finish this game with style. Firstly, he starts his tactical attack with rook f8 check, amazing move. Right now black is forced to take this rook, bishop takes on f8, Napoleon continues with bishop g5 check. Black plays bishop e7. Of course, there was another option here. Instead of going bishop e7, he could have played something like this, but then we have bishop f7 or queen f7 checkmate. So after bishop g5, bishop e7 was played. The game continued with bishop takes on e7 check, king takes on e7. Of course, black in this position had an option of playing king e8, but then Napoleon would finish with queen f7, another checkmate. So game continued with bishop takes on e7 check, king takes on e7, queen f7 check. The only remaining square is king d8, and Napoleon finished with beautiful queen f8 checkmate. Truly an amazing game, an amazing tactical sacrifice by Napoleon. As you can see, he's only one move from checkmate, but he managed to finish this game before giving black a chance to counterattack, and truly a spectacular game. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to solve the puzzle you saw from the intro. So we are playing as white, and we need to find the best way to continue this game and actually win this game. So firstly, we must check the black's position, and as you can see, his position is really cramped. He doesn't have any way of advancing his position here. He can only move his queen and his knight at the moment. So by judging this, we can say that our best move to start this position is king takes on e1. With this move we completely blockaded his position, and now we are ready to promote. So the game continues with queen a1 for black. We continue with h3, queen a2, h4 for us, queen a1, pretty much the only moves for black in this position, h5, queen a2, h6, queen a1, h7, queen a2. And now I would like to ask you, what should we promote our pawn to? Let's say we promote to a queen. What can we do here? As you can see, with the queen on the board, we can only draw the game because we're not able to capture anything. In case we capture something, black will simply recapture and he will open his position and he will actually beat us. So promoting to a queen is not a good move. Actually, the best move for us after queen a2 for black is to promote to a knight. And computer still sees this as a draw, but you will see it is actually not. Queen a1 for black, knight f7 for white, queen a2 for black, knight d8 for white, queen a1 for black, knight b7 for white, queen a2 for black, knight takes on c5 for white, queen a1. Black still cannot move and he only has his queen to maneuver in this position, knight e4 for us. And after this move, after I return to our starting position, computer now sees this as a won game for white, but before that he was unable to. So as you can see, computers cannot solve everything, they only usually look at the material. So game continues with queen a2 for black, the only move, knight d6 for white, queen a1, knight takes on c4, queen a2, knight a5, queen a1, and white finishes the game with beautiful and unreal knight takes on b3 checkmate. And now you see why we didn't play h4, instead we played h3. This is just so we can have this tempo. So if we played h4, the black queen would be on a2 and we wouldn't be able to checkmate the black king. With this move now black queen is on a1 and we were able to checkmate the black king. So truly a remarkable puzzle. I really hope you enjoyed watching it and I hope some of you solved it. And this was all I prepared for you today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like and share the video, as this helps me a lot and I'm trying to grow my channel, as you all know this. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your likes, subscriptions and comments. I would also like to know your thoughts on Napoleon's game. What do you think? Could you beat him in chess? Do you think he was any good? What do you think was his chess elo? What kind of opening would you prepare against him? Or anything else that is on your mind. I really appreciate you watching and we will see each other in the next game. Bye bye.